Hey, what's up everyone? Clayton here. Today we're going to deep dive non-recourse financing. What is it? How do you obtain it? And how can you really explode your portfolio of rental properties by utilizing it? Thank you so much for subscribing and hitting that little bell notification so you never miss when we publish a brand new video. So welcome to the channel. Our aim here is to make you a more intelligent real estate investor. And one of the ways you can become a real estate investor is with non-recourse financing. So what is non-recourse financing? Well, quite simply, it's one of the hardest mortgage products to obtain because it's not based on a personal guarantee, meaning you. Instead, it's based on the asset's qualifications itself, the house, the structure, the land. And therefore, it can be difficult to obtain because a bank is going to look at that asset and make sure that it sets a certain number of qualifications before they will ever put financing available for that property. Think of it this way. Non-recourse lenders are looking for the cream of the crop properties in the most superior rental markets. They're not going to put their money behind an asset if they don't know that it's fantastic, that it's going to cash flow, that it's going to appreciate in a market that the demographics meet their criteria. They're not looking at you, the borrower. They are looking headlong straight into the eyes of that property, making sure that it's in a great neighborhood, great school district, that it's appreciating, that there's an expanding job market, that the construction is done fantastic, that there's a tenant in the property that's cash flowing, that there's a property management team already in place and taking care of that property. All of those things. And those are just a few of the criteria that they're going to look at before they will let you have non-recourse financing. So the bottom line, non-recourse financing is one of the most difficult mortgage financial products to obtain because the lender criteria is so strict. And great. That's why we love working with them. So at Morris Invest, our company, we're a full-service rental real estate company. We have non-recourse financing built into every property we have available. So all of our new construction properties, and here you can take a look at some of our new construction duplexes with vaulted ceilings and stainless steel appliances and granite countertops. We have a fantastic track record with non-recourse lenders over the past 10 years because we do such quality work. They're able to come and look at the property at each stage of construction. They know the markets that we work in, and now we have additional non-recourse lenders vying for our business because of those very things. Now, look, we know the banking sector right now, interest rates are incredibly low, and banks are having to get ultra competitive in order to find additional lending options for people. And they're looking for additional customers. And one of the ways that they can expand is with non-recourse financing. And yet many banks are not taking advantage of this. It kind of blows my mind that banks are still sitting on the sidelines going the traditional route when they could look at an asset knowing that it's in a great market, an appreciating market with a tenant in place, cash flowing, that they would be getting something far superior than just a traditional borrower. Make no mistake, landlord-friendly states are a major factor for non-recourse lenders. They're going to be looking in states like Texas, where we're building a lot of our properties, and seeing that it's one of the most landlord-friendly states in the country. What I mean by landlord-friendly is exactly that a landlord has favorable regulations and laws, so that if, for instance, someone stops paying, decides that they don't want to make rent anymore, not because of some hardship or some coronavirus-related hardship, that's not what I'm talking about, but just wanted to be a professional tenant and not pay their rent, well, Texas will let you go through that eviction process very quickly. There are a number of other things that are also friendly for landlords, separate from just the tenant regulations, also from payment structuring, from not having to hire a lawyer to go through different things as a landlord. All sorts of different benefits can come in different states with different regulations. Let me just give you an example. For instance, in certain places like California and Oakland, you are no longer allowed to do a criminal background check on a tenant before they move into your property. Really? That liability now falls to me as a landlord to find out if that person has a severe criminal record, and it's up to me as a landlord to rent to that person? Now I'm not able to know that? That's why I would never invest in California. But that's an example of a non-landlord friendly state. Draconian regulations, and therefore Texas and places like that much more favorable to non-recourse lenders. The reason obtaining non-recourse financing can be so difficult is because the underwriting process can at minimum take up to 90 days. So if you're an investor hoping to get non-recourse financing, you have identified a property and you're ready to jump on it. Very often as an investor, you need to move quickly. Well, if you want to go the non-recourse route, it's incredible, but it's going to take many months to go through that underwriting process. And that's a benefit of working with a company like ours, because as our new construction is unfolding, we already have that non-recourse financing in place months ahead of time during that construction phase, so that by the time we're ready to release that product to inventory for our clients, that's already done. All of that previous legwork for non-recourse financing is completed. It's already built into the process. Another benefit of working with a full-service company like ours for non-recourse financing is that you usually would pay points. With us, because we've negotiated these terms with those banks, those non-recourse lenders, there are no points up front, and usually there are. Another great benefit of working with a team like ours is there's no refinancing penalty. You can refinance anytime you want, and again, usually there are penalties for that. Another benefit is that you can pay it off at any time. There's no prepayment penalty like there usually would be. And another great benefit is that you can sell it at any time with no penalty. Again, usually there would be. Now, one big problem about non-recourse financing, if you're trying to do it on your own, and we had a client about a few years ago that had a rental property with us, then also wanted to try and do it on his own with something he found up in the Washington state market. And we said, great, good luck. We know how difficult it's going to be. We'll help you and champion you all the way, but it's a different market than we operate in, so we couldn't point him to a particular non-recourse lender in those areas. He found one. It took him 11 months to find this non-recourse lender, and then he found out that the interest rate was about 3 times more than he was able to get with that non-recourse lender that we worked with. He was paying 12 to 15% after finding this non-recourse lender. That's a huge increase in the amount of interest that he's going to pay. Because we have a long-term relationship with non-recourse lenders, we're able to negotiate way lower interest rates. So we're nowhere near those numbers. And with those lower interest rates, of course, you're saving money every month on your monthly payment to pay that mortgage back. Another incredible benefit, of course, of working with a non-recourse lender is that it's not tied to you personally. There's no personal credit check. There's 100% not tied to you. So God forbid you have to suddenly move to Venezuela and you stop making the payment on this particular rental property. Well, it's not tied to you personally. There's no personal guarantee tied to you. So the bank is not foreclosing on you. The bank takes the property back, and now the bank has an amazing cash flowing asset that it's able to sell or keep in its portfolio. They've already vetted the property. So again, it's not tied to you personally. And that's powerful, especially if you're up against that 10 property wall, the traditional financing. You know, you're only allowed 10 properties in your own name with traditional financing. Now you're able to buy it in an LLC outside of the traditional 10 limit. Now you could buy as many as you want using non-recourse financing. Another amazing benefit of non-recourse financing is that you don't have to wait to close on the property. That's right, all of the legwork has already been done. It's been pre-approved because, again, it's not tied to you. Have you ever gone through a mortgage process? If you have, you know what a pain in the butt it is, right? They keep asking you for documents. Oh, we need another proof of this or proof of employment. Where's your W-2? Can I see your tax returns? Can I see the name of your firstborn? On and on and on. The beauty of non-recourse is that it's tied to the asset, and all of that legwork has already been done months ago. So again, they've already looked at the neighborhoods, they've looked at the different demographics, they look at the market, the location, they look at the cash flow, they're looking at the rent, they're looking at the occupancy rate, making sure that there's not a high vacancy rate in this particular neighborhood. And all of those factors go into them lending on this asset. All that work is done ahead of time. And therefore, when you step in to buy, let's say, one of our new construction duplexes or single-family homes or townhomes, that's all done. That's already taken care of. So that pre-approval process has nothing to do with you. Another great thing about non-recourse financing is how flexible it is. We have a lot of clients that would like to buy multiple properties within an LLC or inside of a portfolio of properties, and the flexibility of non-recourse allows you to do that. They want you to buy it in an LLC. Gone are the days of putting it in your personal name like traditional financing. No, this is for more advanced clients who want to take advantage of the flexibility of this type of financing. What if you have bad credit, or you don't want to worry about your credit, or you live internationally and you want to invest? That's the power of non-recourse financing. It doesn't care about your personal credit, not doing personal credit checks. If you're an international investor, it allows you to not have to set up a whole infrastructure inside the United States to invest. They don't care about you. They don't care that you live in Great Britain. They care about the asset. and that's where their funding sits. Another benefit of working with a full-service company like Morris Invest is that we're able to get your down payment lower than if you were to do it on your own with a non-recourse loan. Typically, if you were to go out and try to find and do it on your own with non-recourse, the down payment would be about 50%. With us, we're able to negotiate that down to about 35% as a down payment, which allows you to keep more of your own money in your pocket while also having funding that's not tied to you personally. It's a win-win. And finally, with non-recourse financing, you're able to close within 10 to 15 days. If you have the property, the financing is already in place, and therefore we're able to put this thing in motion very, very quickly, which makes our clients very happy, and especially for more advanced clients who understand the value of non-recourse financing and want to move quickly. So there you go. That is non-recourse financing. It's a more advanced topic, but if you would like to take advantage of it right now, you can book a call with our team. Again, check out some of our properties that have non-recourse financing already built in. Just go to morrisinvest.com, click on the book a call tab. It's very simple. A little thing will pop up asking you to pick a 30-minute window that you'd like to jump on the phone with us, and then we will walk through all of our different portfolio programs and different lending options, and we can customize an approach just for you. But again, the power of non-recourse financing. Shop around, find out more information about it. We are happy to help. Now go out there, take action, become a real estate investor. I believe it's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you next time, everyone.